All right, what's up? Here to do a Dexa scan, and you can see the van over here. You see it right there. It's one of those mobile Dexa scans here in the Dallas area. And so what'll end up happening is I'll end up going over there when it's my turn, when it's my time slot. I'll go in there, and it's essentially like a X-ray machine, and I'll end up like getting scanned, and it's one of the most accurate ways that you can measure body fat. So I have done a scan before, so what it should do is show the previous scan results. It'll show these scan results, and then also next to it should have the previous scan results. So we'll take a look. Last time I did one was shortly after my cut, back in like March or April of 2023 of this year. This is now December. I'm about a month or so into a lean bulk, but I haven't really gained much weight. But I'm interested to see where I stand. I definitely weigh more, I believe, now than I did when I did my first Dexa scan. So anyway, I'll pick back up whenever I get my scan results. All right, so just got my scan done. It only takes like 5 minutes. It's very, very, very quick. And so what's going to happen is they're going to email the results, and I think there's a little dashboard that I'll be able to log into, and it will show my previous results. It'll show these results and kind of see how it stacks up. So I'll pick back up the video whenever my results come in. All right, cheers. All right, so got my Dexa scan complete, and the report has been finished. And you know, I do this through BodySpec. I'm not sure where else you can get Dexa scans, but BodySpec is across the country, I'm pretty sure. And they have a lot of mobile units, so there's a lot of locations you can quickly go over. It costs like, I think it was like $50. It's not really that expensive to like get this information. So all right, so we're just going to go into this report. It's going to have some of the data from the other scan already in there. Okay, so here's the real money shot, if you will. The last time I did it was May 6th, which I finished a cut, I think in March-ish. And this was, I think I did in April, was just doing a lot of maintenance, and ended up getting the scan because I was like, you know what, let me see where I'm at. So my May scan that one was about a month after a cut. So I was probably sub 10%. I was probably 8 to 9%, somewhere in there. Definitely below 10% during my cut. So this right here is kind of me after about a month of maintenance / going into some surplus calories, so not very much. This scan, the one on the 14th, I haven't cut since March. And I've been either in maintenance or surplus. I'm about a month, at this point, a month and a half into a lean bulk, although I haven't really gained much weight. I'm definitely eating a ridiculous surplus of calories and focused on putting on muscle and whatnot. So I was actually pretty happy to see here my total body fat is 11%, which isn't much higher than what it was back shortly after my cut. So I'm still fairly lean, which I kind of figured. The calisthenics training that I'm doing, my diet hasn't changed. My diet is the same stuff I was eating at the beginning of the year, is the same stuff I'm eating now. And I talk a little bit about that in another video I'll link to at the end of this video, talking about my lean bulk of some of the stuff I eat. But my total body fat percent is pretty much right where it was. However, I weigh more, so that's good. So I weigh a little bit more. I actually put on just a few pounds more of lean muscle tissue. So I'm a few more pounds higher in body weight and in lean muscle tissue, if you will, than I was back then. And body fat is still pretty much on point. But, by the way, I'm about 155 pounds. This right here was what I weighed during my first cut, so it just kept the same information during the same scan. From the first scan. I did not weigh in whenever I went there. I did weigh in the morning, like I typically always do, So I know I was 155 going in. You know, and just in case you've never seen one of these, this is the kind of stuff it shows. Obviously, here's what you're looking at. You know, I'm in pretty damn good shape, so I am definitely exceeding things. But this is like the age range, and like for you to be in the kind of top 20th percent, this is what you should be. So technically, in my age, I'm in the 40 to 49. I should be less than 20% body fat, but you know, in the end, I mean, I'm 11, about half that. I feel these are just too high. Like, these are just way too high. And unfortunately, most people, I'm talking men, they're up here in this 40th to 60th percentile. Like, they're 40th and above. Like, so it doesn't take much for you to like be exceptional when it comes to your body fat. So I encourage you to check it out. All this other stuff, I'm not going to dig terribly too deep into, because I don't pay attention terribly too much to it. I kind of look more for at this point, I'm just kind of looking for the comparisons. And so a couple other things that they'll throw in there, they'll tell you just basically just your resting, an estimated calorie, like just to survive, just your body, just to be, this is about what it's looking like. Again, I don't use this for anything. It's just kind of an interesting thing. Again, other things I was looking at on here is like comparisons to the previous scan. Here's the total body fat again. And again, not really terribly paying attention to this too much. The biggest thing is getting the body fat percent. Okay. So yeah, that's a Dexa scan. That's the report. And yeah, so I'm looking pretty solid here right now. I'm pretty happy with where I am. What I'm going to do is I'll do another one of these in about 3 months, maybe, which would be me finishing up my lean bulk. So we'll see what I look like body fat wise and lean muscle tissue as well. See if I put on any lean muscle tissue and see how high my body fat gets. I'm eating in a surplus. Again, I'll link to the video here of my lean bulk protocol that I'm currently doing, and I break down exactly my workout and diet, calorie intake, all that good stuff on what I'm doing for this lean bulk for the next several months. So, all right, holler if you have any questions. If you've gotten Dexa scans before or you have any questions about them, drop them down below, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers.